What is up, everybody? This is Random Sparks and we are back in FS15. We are on the map that I've been working on. It is called the Loess Hills map. If you take a look at our map briefing here, this is what I cooked up. You can pause that if you want to read through it. Otherwise, I'm going to get rolling here. This is based off of my home farm, actually. I guess you could say loosely based. Many similarities, but many differences as well. I wanted to, I guess you could say, improve some stuff. But just wanted to try some things out, and I think it turned out alright. So actually, the first thing we need to get doing is planting. We have several fields to be planted. We own field 1, 2, and it looks like 5 and 7 as well. And some of these are fairly big. Field 2 already has alfalfa on it. But as for everything else, we do need to plant it. Yeah, half of field 2 is alfalfa, otherwise the other half is unplanted right now. So we're going to go ahead and take this guy. And let's see, I do need to get soil management and growth control added at some point. I just realized I don't have that now. So I guess I maybe won't be using the whatchamacallit, the Montag 1700 to pull some fertilizer around. I was going to, but since we don't have soil management and growth control, I won't do that. That was really the only reason I used it. We can just go in with the sprayer anytime and do that for just the regular game fertilizer. So I'm going to take this guy up, and there is actually not a close seed refill point. You actually have to go kind of a ways to get some seed, believe it or not. Let's see, I'm going to switch over to my joystick and steering wheel here. I forgot I had those set up here. Oh geez, I'm getting tangled with all these cables. Alright, there we go. And these stupid desks on campus, where I have my keyboard right now, it always rolls back in like it's one of the pull-out drawers, but it's a good place for your keyboard, except for the fact that they roll in just immediately, and that is not fun. Anyways, we're going to be taking our F-150 here and hooking onto the seed tender, which we will actually be making good use of. Well, I guess I didn't fix the capacity for it, but I figured out that the capacity on the J&M seed tenders for the game the capacity is inaccurate. It's supposed to be about just over twice as much as they are set at right now, and then the Kinsey holds about twice as much as it's supposed to. So I think I got those numbers fixed, and we can actually play some accurate farming simulator for planting anyways. Okay, so we have to go to the Witt Brothers, which that's actually a real-life location. The Witt family is big farm around where I live, and they sell Pioneer seed. Now, in the game here, I have it set up so that they're also the sell point, but that's not accurate. I just wanted to, I just figured you might as well do that since they're already a seed purchase point, and that's also where you will be buying your fertilizer. So it's pretty cool. I think it's actually pretty accurate, because, I mean, at least that's how we do it. We have to go to different places to get this stuff. We don't just have the seed laying around in some building. We used to have just seed pallets, but then we switched over to the seed tender, and I wanted to continue that with Farming Simulator here. And I'm just going to say it right away, this map is not done by any means whatsoever. Oh jeez, is that the indoor camera? Do we not have an actual indoor cam? I guess not. That's weird. Maybe I can go in and make one, I guess. So yeah, you can see we have kind of just an empty spot over here. That's going to be filled with a house or a building site of some sort. Same with there's an empty area here. There's going to be a house there. I just haven't felt like getting to that stuff yet. I just wanted to start playing already. Now, if we were to actually use the Demco, or not the Demco, but well, I guess we would use that too. If we were to use the Montag in the Demco tanks, you would have to get either come here with your sprayer or get a support tank, so that you would like hook onto a semi-trailer or something. So that's kind of the idea here. And you have these lovely Meridian tanks. I use those for the seed storage. You can actually find those on open source FS if you haven't checked that out already. Might want to do that. So why don't we just cut around over here. Hop over this. Do not try this at home in real life. Do not drive like I do. And man, it's actually been a while since I've recorded anything. Like, it's been a couple weeks. Now, I've actually recorded stuff, but I haven't uploaded it because it really just hasn't been really good quality stuff. And what I have uploaded was just stuff that I just so happened to have time to do. Because I've been really stretched thin on time since I've been getting ready and back to school. So, but finally I did get some time, got all my homework done for now anyways, and I figured why not record some FS on the new map. Now really I should be finishing the map before I record any of it, but I don't know, I'm getting kind of bored, so let's just play the game. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with field 1 over here. That's on the left. And yeah, you can see there are plenty of terraces, so Courseplay will not be a very good friend of yours for a lot of stuff. I mean, there are ways to get around it. Somewhat more complicated uses of Courseplay, and I might mess around with a little bit of that. It's basically recording courses in chunks, and that's kind of how you'd use your normal guidance software, I guess. From what I've seen, you record a line, and of course Courseplay doesn't do this, but it builds lines off of that line, and it's pretty crazy stuff. But I could try to somewhat emulate that. This first growing season will be kind of a mess if I did do that, so I might do. Heck, I don't know, because that's a lot of stuff. You really have to keep organized. We'll see. Oh, let's see. I'm supposed to say hi from LMB Farmer. He actually was the one that made this little hitch for me for the Kinsey. I don't know if he uses it at all, but that's supposedly supposed to be an accurate hitch for the 3800 here. So that's what I'd be using to pull the Montag. Okay, I want to switch from canola. We're going to be planting, what was it, corn or soybeans there? I think it was soybeans, which I just passed. No, not all of these crops are available. The only multi-fruit crops available are alfalfa and soybeans. So there's no sunflower, there is no oats, no sorghum, cotton, just literally anything but the default crops, and soybeans and alfalfa are not available because anything else would kind of just be inaccurate for the region. Now oats, okay, that's not necessarily inaccurate, but on our farm we don't grow oats, so basically I'm sticking to what I do and what I'm used to because it's my map and I can do what I want. That's how I feel about it. And I guess when it does come to FS, I would prefer to stay fairly accurate. And I try to play somewhat realistically, as I occasionally tend to mention. Oh, and this Kinsey, yeah, look at that. Isn't that just so accurate. I think it is. Actually, no, it's far from it. But what I want to do here, I don't want to start up here. I started up here before. I don't want to do that. I want to start on the other end while this Kinsey is playing games with me. So I guess we'll be cutting along, cutting along this headland here and get to our starting point. Looks like I forgot a little bit of corn stubble. So I had a friend who was testing the map tell me that the corn stubble that I applied on here in Giants Editor was not cultivating under, so I went and removed it. Looks like I missed a little bit, but I guess I had the wrong check marks checked off to actually apply stubble. I don't know what the right one is, but I guess I didn't get it. Okay. Honestly, the Kinsey doesn't behave this bad when I have the Demco attached. Or not, I keep saying Demco. I mean the Montag. Which I would be using the Demco tanks, the saddle tanks, if I did have the Montag on. And it looks like when I reapplied this grass, I got a little overlap, so I guess I'll try to bring that in tighter a bit. Okay, and I'm gonna want my right side marker. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, I'm going to record this stuff. Yeah, I'll do it in groups, so it'll also record my turning around, which is no big deal. But we'll just see how this goes. This will be just a trial and error sort of thing, I guess. But I did ride along in the planter this year. I'm not really much of a planter guy. I typically do the hay stuff. But I actually did ride along with the planter with my dad, and I saw how some of that ag leader stuff actually worked. Now it's probably different than whatever Case has by default. I don't know if they do have any auto steer stuff by default, but from what I saw of ag leader, I'm going to try to do that myself here in FS, just to see if it can be done, and maybe if you guys see that it works, you can give it a try. And heck, we can speed up a bit. And I hope I have my volume set. I'm kind of watching the bars on my other screen here. It looks just a little messed up. And okay, one of the things. Oh crap! I didn't start recording. Okay, I guess we'll start it here. One of the things you really kind of have to look for is if the planter is kind of drifting over, which it definitely is a little bit. So you have to make sure it's not doing that too much. And it looks like it's fixing itself a bit. So if it does that, you kind of have to stop and start back in slow, or just completely go slow by default, really. And that's just one of the things you have to deal with on this map. Is big planters can mean big problems, really. And honestly, the smaller the planter, the better off you might be. I would hope to see 16 row, probably. I prefer 12 row, but 16 row might work a lot better than this 24 in these hills for some parts. Now, the 24 row will work on some of these fields in some spots. I know I do have some square and fairly somewhat flatter fields with no terraces. I have like 1 or 2 of those, or maybe even 3, I don't know. We can take a look at the map here. Yeah, it looks like 3 fields. Oh geez, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Looks like field 11, 9, 10, 11. Those will be your best friends, probably. Let's see, there we go. We can close out that. And see, you can stop and start on again, it'll fix itself. But I really think the Montag does help with that. If you're pulling that behind it, kind of adds some stability, I guess. I mean, it will still drift, but I don't think it's as bad as it's been so far right now. So I typically do use the Demco, but since I mentioned we're not using soil management and growth control right now, I won't do that. I'll probably end up adding that when we finish planting, then I'll get it in, which would be alright. Actually, probably before harvest I'll add that. I won't do it when I'm done planting, because then I'll just use the regular fertilizer to start off with. So, I don't know. And let's see, just yesterday, the day before I'm recording this, I should say, added a pretty cool feature to one of the grain bin sites, and I got a, oh geez, looks like we're at cache. I need to reset that cache flow there, because that's not accurate. We're in the hole right now. But anyways, I got a gravity wagon able to be unloaded into by, I don't know if the default overloader or the default grain cart will do it, but I know the Kinsey grain cart will unload into this gravity wagon, so it's pretty cool. I'll have to test it with the default one. I didn't think it did, but I'll have to go back and check, because it might. See, it didn't at first with, let's see. Okay, it didn't work at first with the Kinsey. That's just because I didn't have the trigger high enough to reach the spout, or the auger spout, whatever you want to call it. I kind of call it both. But then I raised it up and it worked with the Kinsey just fine. So I'll have to see. I'll just check in with that Porsche. I don't know of any other grain carts that are really available for 15. I know there were some Brazilian. I don't know what they were called, but I remember there were some Brazilian grain carts. I used those a little bit back on Manchester. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I kind of just been posting updates of the map on my Facebook page, just a few on American Eagles modding, and a lot. I think most of them have been either on my Facebook page or Flickr. So if you haven't checked those out yet, make sure to do so, because there's some pretty cool stuff that I will post on there. Maybe some previews of stuff. We'll see though. I may, honestly, my Facebook page might be where if I decide to release a map, it'll probably be that where I actually do release it, probably. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting way to use Courseplay. I don't know if anybody else has done this before, but this is honestly how I thought you used to use Courseplay. Before I used it, I thought this is how you used it, but that's not quite true. You can use it like I'm doing right now, but from what I've seen, most people don't. But I guess with this new map, you might want to start doing that. I think it's pretty cool. This is definitely a different map than most. The closest I've seen to it, it's kind of a mashup. Yeah, someone told me it kind of reminds them of the modern American farming map, just some features of it. But I'm kind of picturing like it's a hybrid between that. And there was a British map of Loess Hills. There was something Valley. It was really good. I have that for 13. I played that a lot. Heck, what was that called? I think it was by NI Modding, I want to say? Spring Hill Valley. I don't know if that was NI Modding or what. It could have, I think it was. Either that or EuroDZN. I always get those two confused, but it's one or the other. So I kind of pictured it as a mix-up between those. So you have the big fields like in MAFM, which I did a Let's Play on for just a little bit. I think I only got a few episodes. And then cross between that and the way it's like Spring Hill Valley is really the hills for the most part. I know there's lots of other hilly maps, but that was really the only one I played. And it was actually MAFM that has the only other field with terraces that I know of. I don't know if any other maps use terraces. Honestly, I kind of know why, because they're not the easiest thing to make. I kind of found a nice little process to get them to a decent shape and size. Honestly, I think they're a bit bigger, like they're a little bit overscaled, but they're a lot better than what I originally started with. So, what I'm going to do here, yeah, I'll just do it like this. This will be fine. Courseplay will do the exact thing next time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this in different sections. So this part of the map will be one section, and then I'll go to a different part of this field. I'll start recording a different section and save them in Courseplay as different sections of the field. So I'll have to keep track of the map or the field corners and exactly where I am and which side of the terraces I'm on. So I should really consider doing a numbering system for the terraces and stuff like that. So I'm honestly trying to take this as realistically as I can. I enjoy playing FS as realistically as possible. Oh, and look at the time. It's been 20 minutes, but hey, my upload speeds are a lot better on campus than at home, so I'll keep it going just a little bit longer. Absolutely no problem with that. And we are at 60% fill level on McKinsey here, which is fine and dandy. It's originally the fill level was 10,000 liters, and it's supposed to be more around 4,000, 4,000 or 5,000, I think. And it's kind of weird. The seed units, seeds have their own unit of measuring, which I did not know, despite living on a farm and filling planters for my dad when he did other stuff. I didn't know they were measured in their own units. So apparently 110 seed units equals 88 bushels. So I had to convert that then to, what was it, liters then. So I had to do some switching around there. It's actually pretty simple. Once I figured out how much a seed unit was to bushels, it's easy conversion from there. And honestly, that's kind of stuff that I will probably end up needing to know for ag business once I get a little deeper into that major. Probably won't need it for my general stuff that I'm doing right now. Not that it's particularly general, but it's more economics related, really, what I'm doing right now. But eventually, I want to get minored in precision agriculture, so I'll be dealing with, I want to be dealing with like the guidance systems and like what Ag Leader does and that kind of stuff. So basically what the equivalent of Courseplay in real life. It's always interested me, or has fascinated me, I guess. But I suppose I will call it an end for the episode here, and I don't have my marker on. Oh well. But thank you guys for watching. As always, it is much appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to do so to be updated on the latest channel videos and any updates that may occur. Uploads are every Friday, Saturday, Sunday at noon, unless I get really busy. So make sure to check out my Facebook and Flickr if you haven't yet. I do post screenshots and map previews on there. So thank you guys for watching once again, and have a great day. We'll see you next time.